Order. I see the first thing on the agenda is a resolution reaffirming 2018 Utica Parks and Recreation Master Plan in accordance with the requirements for municipal parks and recreational grant. Open for discussion.
The only thing I'll ask is that, can there be a copy of the actual master plan be submitted to PDF again? I might have it in my email somewhere, but I know there was a lot of work that went into it. No, this was actually done by, I think Chris Lawrence was in planning at the time.
Yeah. I can provide it to you.
Can you please?
Yeah.
I mean, I could look in the email.
I believe it's on the city website, but I can still
Yeah, if you
send it to
can,
you.
thank you, because I know we amended it for several things, like to have complete streets involved in it and this and the third, so.
Any other discussion? If not, I'd like to go on to the next piece. It's a proclamation for World Parkinson Day. Open for discussion.
Full council? Discussion, I'd like to support that.
Full council? Very good.
Is this supposed to be word or world?
Yeah, it's world.
World.
I'll fix this.
Discussion closed. On to the third piece. It's a bond ordinance dated April 16, 2025. Bond ordinance authorizing the issuance of 2 million serial bonds of the city of Utica, Oneida County, New York, to finance the cost of steep paving projects. I'd like to turn this over to the budget director.
Yeah, so, to prepare for the paving project for this year, I'm proposing the $2 million bond. I would recommend not going below the 1.5 million, just so that we can stay within the $5 million limit. Another thing I wanted to talk about in regards to bonding is just one of the things I'm working on is what that debt service will look like for the future, so that I can empower the council so that we can make informed and responsible decisions when it comes to budget season. This bond will approximately have a $220,000 debt service payment in 2 years. The first year is just interest. The second year is both interest and principal. Another example, last year's 2.5 million. This year we're paying $242,000 on that bond. And moving forward, I would like to start presenting just what that debt service will look like, so that you guys have the tools you need to make any decisions regarding any bonding. So, any other questions?
I have one question. Is that okay that I have the floor?
Yes.
Thank you. So you will give us an updated bond schedule for sewer and regular debt service payment? Okay, that'll be helpful.
Well, the 25-26 schedule is in the budget.
No, I get that.
Are you looking, what exactly
Well,
are you
because they used to break it down by year and when the debt service was supposed to be paid off and how we were getting there and what was off the schedule at the following year. I mean, just an updated debt schedule would be helpful.
Me and the controller's office are working closely with fiscal advisors and the bond council to be able to provide that to everyone.
Okay.
Right now, they really just provide us with, the long-term debt is a little bit more detailed. The short-term debt only goes out to 1 year, but that doesn't include anything we've bonded for the past previous year for.
Right.
So it's not as accurate, doesn't give you an accurate representation, so that's one of the things we are working on.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, close the discussion and go on to proposed ordinance number 4. It's ordinance authorizing the construction placement Bria statue. Did I say that right?
Sabine.
I'm sorry, what?
Sabine.
Sabine. Any questions?
Where's the location gonna be at? That's right across from Barclays there.
Yeah,
We already agreed to it last year, I know that, I just wanna make sure it's.
Any other questions? That looks like it. If there's no other questions, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Very good.
Just trying to get the elephant out of the room right now. Have a little bit. You're too late, Pete.
I didn't see this.
Usually light colors.
No?
You have a resolution I'm putting in. It's a resolution in support of the current complement of the City of Utica Fire Department. I think it's very important to back our executives on our department, including the chiefs and the assistant chiefs. I think the once that the council turns their back on them, they lose all their credibility. So I think this is very, very important that we have this resolution. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so
Well, you
can I,
You can't make motions on the floor.
This is
So-
just a resolution.
Yep, so it's.
right, so
Put
can
it
I have
in.
the floor on this?
Yes, you may.
So I agree with this legislation in part, but we've all voted last meeting, to keep the current legislation into committee until we have a meeting. So before any of this comes out.
Joe, I'm not bringing anything out. I just wrote a resolution.
No, I know, but you need to go someplace with it. I think we should just keep it in committee till we have our meeting like we all voted on, so we can hear everything that's going on, and then go with it from there. I don't support what's in the committee. I more or less support this, but I want to discuss everything, the way the contract was written, all the other stuff that was out there. So that's where I'm going with this. I want to hear everything for my own self. I've heard it for 3 weeks. I know how I feel with my gut, but we all decided, all 9 of us, to keep Sam's in committee till we have a meeting, and it needs to stay in there until we have that meeting. So, that's all I have to say tonight. So you guys do whatever you want to do. As much as I support this, I will be voting no on this, if it comes out tonight. But I do support it.
On the resolution?
Yes, because I don't think I think we should discuss everything we have at one time. It's my opinion. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, motion to adjourn.
We're adjourned now to 7.
So we're gonna put this one in committee.
This meeting will come to order. The city clerk will call the roll.
4:30.
Aiello, Burmaster, Bitar, Carcone, Urban, Beatrice, Williamson, Colosimo Testa, Lemetico, Geruzzi, all present.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for the deceased members of the Common Council. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion and a second to dispense the reading of minutes from the previous meeting?
Motion?
Public comment period, 3 minutes per speaker. Our first speaker is Chris Atkins.
Thank you.
Your Common Council has provided you a copy of section 3244, public comment period. Are you in agreement?
There. Oh, think I broke it. Jeez. Yeah, that's broke for real. Like it came out of the. Jeez.
We'll call a mechanic.
It's like.
Take the
that
plate off.
doesn't seem like real wood.
Stand up there.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. Broke your
You were
microphone.
just following directions.
You just take the plate off.
Yeah.
You just weren't good.
Chris, you
It's
have
gonna be
3
really
minutes.
quick.
Just state your name.
I was here to make a statement about a letter that I sent to the Common Council, but they just got the letter tonight, so my statement is not going to be necessary until they look over it. That's all I need to say right now. Thank you.
Chris, you look like Randy Moss.
Throw a football at him.
Really, Ron? Randy Moss is gonna get the bill for the mic, too.
Just take the plate off. I mean, you can't. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm glad there's no guys here that can step up and fix it.
I'm waiting.
Nobody has any screws? No, you can't. Who did?
Our next speaker is Francis Brown.
No money in the budget to replace that.
I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Common Council has provided you a copy of section 3244, public comment period. Are you in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name.
Francis Brown.
Thank you, Francis.
The city of Utica is all talk and no walk. When this administration was put into office, I had high hopes that the citizens of Utica would see the change for the better. Instead, all I find is more lies and a pony show than true action. As you all know, the Anaquilline Apartments made the news that the city had to condemn the building because code violations were so disastrous and unsafe. Maybe if code enforcement did the required inspections under 19 NYCRR 1203.3, the problems would have been addressed sooner. Wonder how many complaints were ignored and overlooked. The mayor had made a comment, property owners need to get with the program, and frankly, landlords like to take advantage of the vulnerable population who have nowhere else to go. Why hasn't my landlord gotten with the program? Why is he allowed to take advantage of my vulnerability, of my mental health? Why did it take over 2 months, several complaints, unanswered emails, to get an appearance ticket on the door for my landlord? Why is the court date set 2 months out? Why is it when I checked the e-courts, I did not see a court date for my landlord in codes? Was it only put there to shut me up? Did Mr. Phillips wait until my landlord received a new court date for my landlord to try to evict me again? Yes. Last common council meeting, I overheard him talking to a council person about waiting for my landlord to take me to court. I did have my body cam running, so you can't deny it. Now, I am asking the citizens of Utica to start saying something if they see unsafe conditions within the city. Remind your neighbors, your friends, your family that you have a right to live in safe conditions within your own home. Utica also needs to adopt good cause eviction to prevent bad landlords from attempting to evict tenants for standing up to their rights. I'd also like to make a small comment about this parking meters. How about enforcing the parking regulations and motor vehicle traffic laws that we already have equally and justly? UPD knows exactly who I am talking about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francis. Next speaker is Luis Cortez. Yeah. Luis, Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244, Public Comment Period. Are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Please state your name.
Luis Cortez.
Thank you.
Well, here I am again. Last meeting, I really want to thank some of the common council members. They showed some concern about my issue. But I'm disappointed that at the end of the meeting, I have one of the common council members ask the representative of the UPD, and his answer was, let them figure it out, which is very unprofessional. And I'm sorry, you know, someone who has others under their command should be more, you know, have more personality and ways to address an issue like this. And it's a shame. It's a shame. That's why we have people, you know, they get so fed up and overreact. Why we find a guy with a machete here trying to attack some of the, you know, I think it was mayor or something. But there is no need for that. If we behave, you know, with professionalism here, and also, I tried to get a hold of the Board of Ethics here that is listed on the website, found out pretty much the last meeting they had was last year. So there is no way to get a hold of no one. And there is nobody pretty much to find accountable one of the department heads or, you know, one taxpayers can complain for. So I think this is a big issue in the city of Utica. We should be addressed. We all have to do something about it. And I hope I can hear something, not just, you know, you guys get quiet. Nobody has said anything, you know, just, as I said, a few of them common council members. So no wonder why people, they just do whatever they want, you know. They hide under the offices and nobody can tell them anything. If you want to talk to the mayor, you gotta ask police officer down here, otherwise you can't. Better call, make an appointment if they allow you. Corporation council, you can just walk up there, talk to nobody, you gotta call. Because that's how they're protected. Protected what? People trying to, you know, bring up their issues? That's what they're protected from? I mean, this is what you guys see me here. This is the fourth time I'm coming and, you know, my issue's still there. Look at what I have here. This is the position of the Corporation Council about something that I asked Mr. Noonan at the beginning. He gave me the same answer. You guys need to figure it out. We can't figure it out with someone who's protected by, you know, some of the top heads here. How are you gonna figure it out? That's a very, you know, a shame that you guys do that let this happen in this city. So I hope something is done about it. The city has spent so much money for this position, they had to pay an outside lawyer to do this. And look, how many pages? A typer. All the money wasted there just to say, you know, bring up an issue and clarify, and there is something has been done wrong, you know, some apologies or something. But no. I received 2 police officers on my property. They knock on the front door.
Luis, you're gonna have to finish up, please.
That's a problem. You see, 3 minutes is not enough. So I might have to come back, so finish this whole thing. But it's been going on for years, that's why. But I hope I can hear something. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker, Michael Nasser. Michael, Common Council's provide you a copy of Section 3244, public comment period. Are you in agreement?
Yes, sir.
State your name, Michael.
Michael Nasser. Hi, everyone. Yep, my name is Michael Nasser. This is my first Common Council meeting, so didn't realize it was going to be that contentious, but I do have a small problem that I'm in the 6th Ward in North Utica. I emailed Councilman Beatrice, took care of the problem very quickly, got right back to me, so thank you very much. I live on a bus route. It's near SUNY Poly, and the speed limit on my road is 15 miles an hour. I know that's hard to believe because I thought it was just school zones that were 15, but there is a sign that says 15 miles an hour. The buses come by way too fast, so I complained about that. They have been going a lot slower, but I still think that I'm just asking for them to be shifted down to the next road that is 25 miles an hour. And also the road that I'm proposing that they go down is 8 feet wider than the road that I live on. So it's 25 miles per hour and 8 feet wider. It's just more room for the buses. Because I don't think it's fair to throw out the bus completely, because I know there's people out there that less fortunate, they need to take the bus. So I'm not asking for them to be thrown out completely, just to be shifted over one road, because I have a 4-year-old daughter, stepdaughter, I should say, not daughter. She has autism, and sometimes we're playing outside, and she gets a little too close to the road, and these buses come by once an hour, and it's just, I don't think they belong in my neighborhood. I've lived in Utica my whole life, love Utica, want to stay here, and this is just one concern that I have. So I would just like to make people aware that these city buses, maybe they should just stay on larger roads instead of in neighborhoods, because I don't think that's a good way to attract young people, young families that want to move in to our neighborhoods. So that's my concern, and not to mention that there's a lot of people on this road, non-buses, that drive extremely fast. So if you guys are looking for a way to write some tickets, come over to Woodhaven, where I live, and you'll see a lot of people going over 15 miles per hour. There's signs that say slow, children at play, all that type of stuff. We even got a sign that says child with autism. Nobody obeys these rules or these signs. They just continue to drive as fast as they want. But the buses have slowed down, so thank you for that. But the other cars, they exceed the speed limit. So that is my concern. Woodhaven in North Utica near SUNY Poly. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Michael. There is no Common Council guest speaker. Communication from the mayor. Chief Gentile, anything?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Report of city officers. We'll start with Fire Chief Angersall.
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I'd like to acknowledge. Oh.
You just gotta turn it on.
Check. All right. Just want to take a moment to acknowledge the recent vote of no confidence issued by Utica Professional Firefighters Association, Local 32. I want to take the concerns raised by our membership seriously. As the fire chief of the Utica Fire Department, I remain steadfast in my commitment to the health, safety, and professional development of every member of the department, as well as the continued protection of the citizens we serve. First and foremost, I want to be clear. I've always welcomed open dialogue and honest feedback. While I disagree with several characterizations made in the union statement, I respect the right of our members to voice their opinion and raise their concerns. Leadership, for me, is not just a position, it's a responsibility. I don't take that responsibility lightly. and I have not over the last 7 years. In recent years, our department has navigated increasing demands in service, budget constraints, and complex personnel matters, all while striving to maintain a high standard of emergency response and care. I recognize that we can and must improve in several key areas, including communication, injury case management, and the clarity of our operational roles. These are not just management issues, they are organizational challenges that require collective effort and accountability at all ranks. I also want to address the concern regarding the assistant fire chief. While disagreements over leadership style and decision-making can arise in any organization, I want to reaffirm that operational command of this department resides with me. It resides with me. I am the fire chief. We will be conducting a full internal review of the concerns expressed and evaluating our current management structure and style to determine what improvements can and should be made. To that end, we are taking action to review our current injury reporting and claims process to ensure our firefighters are receiving timely, appropriate care. We're reassessing the operational distribution of responsibilities within the leadership team to restore clarity and trust in the chain of command. We are developing a forward-facing strategic plan that reflects our department's mission, addresses staffing, station workload, and EMS service expectations. We owe it to the people and to each other to work through our differences, restore the confidence that we have enjoyed in the past, and lead with integrity. I remain committed to rebuilding that trust through transparency, accountability, and action. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Chief. Assistant Chief Noonan?
Nothing, thanks.
Deputy Chief of the Police Department, Noonan?
Just with regards to the gentleman who spoke, I did spend some time with him a few months ago talking about his issues. Several of our officers are talking about his issues. I apologize if I came across as rude last meeting. However, there is some pending litigation. I can't speak to him any further about what he's got going on. I just want to acknowledge some of our officers, Chris Evans, Wesley Jackson, Felix Santana, for their work with Wilson's Cops and Kids. This past month, they were part of the dedication to a new boxing ring over at the Veterans Outreach Center. They do a great job, not just teaching, boxing and how not to get cauliflower ear, but also life skills, and they really have, done a great job over there, all in their own time, a lot of their own money. So I just wanted to recognize them.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Gentile?
Yeah, I'll echo that. The Wilson Cops for Kids program is really, a great operation, essential to the community, and something that has seen success over and over. So applaud them. Just want to, think we all come here and people are able to speak their minds, and we're able to speak our minds. And I'm really proud of all of our departments and department heads and the council. We're always looking to help. We always want to be able to solve issues and respect the fact that people come here and speak. So sometimes we come up short, and sometimes there's not an easy solution to things. But I know that everybody at this table, really is working every day to, solve as many issues as possible. And I just want to have a lot of respect for the chief for standing up today and, addressing some stuff that's come out, recently. And, we all move forward together and try and do what's best for the people of Utica, and we'll continue to do that. So thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Chief. Brian Thomas, Urban Renewal?
Nothing to report.
Mark Sokolowski?
Nothing to report.
Commissioner of DPW?
Nothing to report.
Our Budget Director, Elmer Kaltek?
Yeah, the next round of bonding, I'd like to introduce work for ADA. We have roughly about $4.5 million left of the $6.8 million worth of work. I was going to come down with the next phase, which was $1.2 million. With interest rates going up, as I predict, the decision could potentially be to just bond for the whole $4.5 million. Those are gonna be principal and interest payments, increases regardless that we need. If we can do anything to alleviate that for the future, that's something that we can all discuss. That's all I have.
Thank you. Our city engineer, Nick Breidenbecker.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, Nick. We have a cash report.
City of Utica cash report for March 2025 totals $22.555 million received and filed.
Petitions, remonstrances, and appeals. First District Council Member Katie Ayala.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm all set this evening.
Thank you. Second District Council Member and Majority Leader Robert Burmaster.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank everybody for coming. Again, I want to thank the department heads for coming to our meetings. There hasn't been a time that I haven't called any one of these people sitting at this table that hasn't helped the citizens, and I appreciate it, and I just want to give them a shout out. And happy Easter.
Thank you, Robert. Third District Council Member and President Pro Tem Joseph Bitar.
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing for me tonight.
Thank you. Fourth District Council Member Frank Carcone.
I don't have nothing right now, but I want to see how the meeting goes. Might have something later.
Thank you. Fifth District Council Member Venice Irvin.
I have nothing tonight, Mr.
Sixth
President. Thank you.
Yep. Our Sixth District Council Member Joseph Beatrice.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that on this coming Monday is the North Utica meeting. Guest speaker will be it will be Mark Wilbur discussing wills and estate planning. It's at 6:30 to 8 p.m. I will be there along with Mike Gentile at 5:30 to discuss any issues if you want to discuss anything one-on-one. And lastly, I'd like to thank Pat Martin from the Parks Department. I have it's probably one of my little projects at the in North Utica. It's the Weaver Cemetery, and I'll be putting some new flags up, and they helped me get the other ones down. So I just wanted to reach out and say thank you.
Thank you. Council Member at Large and Minority Leader Mark Williamson.
I have nothing to pass. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chief. Council Member at Large Samantha Colissimo Testa.
After all these years of knowing you, it's Colosimo.
Colas.
That's okay. That's okay, Rock. I get it. I've got nothing to pass this evening. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Council Member at Large Jack Lemedical.
Nothing at this time.
Thank you. Yep. Can I have a motion to introduce proposed resolution?
Sure, Mr.
Number
Druzy.
one. A resolution reaffirming 2018 Utica Parks and Recreation Master Plan in accordance with the requirements for Municipal Parks and Recreation Grant. Utica Parks Recreation Master Plan was completed in November 2018 and is over 5 years old. Therefore, that the Common Council of the City of Utica, New York reaffirms the 2018 Utica Parks and Recreation Master Plan in accordance with the requirements for the Municipal Parks and Recreation Grant. The council finds that the proposed project is consistent with the city's 2018 Parks Master Plan, as the goals included identify future recreational needs, goals, programming, and maintenance requirements for each individual existing park. Additionally, the council finds that $1 million request will enhance and preserve community resources at Quinn Playground and Pixley Park. Be it further resolved that the Common Council hereby authorizes the mayor to submit this project to the state of New York and authorizes the mayor to enter into any and all necessary agreements upon successful award of the funding proposal. Votes, please.
Nine yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion to introduce proposed resolution number 2?
Motion?
A second?
Thank you.
Proclamation for World Parkinson's Day. Whereas Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disorder that affects millions worldwide, impacting motor skills, cognitive function, and overall quality of life. And whereas April 11th is recognized as World Parkinson's Day, a day to raise awareness, promote understanding, and celebrate the resilience of individuals living with Parkinson's. And whereas the City of Utica community joins community wellness partners in committing to supporting those affected by Parkinson's and their families. Whereas increased research, education, and community support services are crucial to improving the lives of people with Parkinson's and finding a cure. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Common Council does hereby proclaim April 11th, 2025 as World Parkinson's Day in the City of Utica and call upon all citizens to join in efforts to raise awareness, support research, and promote understanding of Parkinson's disease. Furthermore, be it resolved that we encourage community members to participate in local events and activities to celebrate World Parkinson's Day and show their support for those affected by this disease. Votes, please.
Can you guys clear the board? I just want to thank the city for recognizing this. My stepfather has Parkinson's, and he's had it for quite some time, and it's been a very progressive disease, and my sympathy is with anybody that has that. So thank you for recognizing that.
Thank you.
9 yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion to introduce proposed ordinance number 3?
Motion?
Can I get a second? A bond ordinance dated April 16, 2025, a bond ordinance authorizing the issuance of 2 million serial bonds of the City of Utica, Oneida County, New York, to finance the cost of street paving projects. Your votes, please.
I got a question on this concerning section 3. It says, is it hereby determined that the period of probable usefulness of the aforesaid class of objects proposed is 15 years? Are we saying that this is actually going to last for 15 years?
Actually, when we dealt with the bond council, when we originally put the paving plan together, they didn't do the life expectancy of roads for about 8 years. This was to develop within the paving program, and the bond council allowed us to borrow for 15 years, which they usually don't, but because they recognized the fact that the city was on a payment plan of 15 years, that's why we're allowed to borrow for that.
No, thank you.
Votes, please.
9 yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion to introduce proposed ordinance number 4?
Motion?
Good. Ordinance authorizing the construction and the placement of CB statue. Your votes, please.
This is to go into committee, correct?
Yes, because we didn't even put in for the fact of the planning board approved the site plan on, so it's got to go into committee.
Correct.
Do we have a motion to commit? Okay. Second?
When the planning board approves it.
Yeah, the planning board meets tomorrow, and they'll initially review it, but it's got to go through seeker.
Okay,
So it might take a few meetings.
okay, thank you.
Number 5, the resolution, proposed resolution, a motion for number 5. Are we getting this in committee?
Motion to commit?
Second.
First, second? Any opposed? Committed. Anything else?
The only thing I would like to call for is a committee meeting on May 6th. That's a Tuesday. Till what time? Can we do, well, I don't think we'll have enough time. So can we do it Monday?
Was that the 5th?
That's the 5th. The 5th at 6:15?
Let's do the 5th at 5.
Can we do the 5th at 6?
5 is better.
6, please.
How about 5:30?
Mr. President,
Very solemn.
Mr. President.
He can handle the team.
And do we have 5? Everyone's good?
I'm going to ask him right now.
motion and second.
I got to adjourn.
Mr. President, I got something to, go on.
Go ahead, Councilmember.
I mean, I think we should have people that want to come that are interested in this, come and say what they want to say at this meeting, so we can get more information from them.
I think that, well, when we send out the notice, it's going to be to invite everybody that wants to be present at the actual meeting. It's a committee meeting. We haven't had one of those in a long time and have a roundtable discussion. Absolutely, I'll invite all parties available. I think they're more than welcome to the table to have that discussion. So that's a memo that I'm calling the committee meeting according to the rules. Get to invite whoever we would like to have to be at that discussion. Thank you.
Councilmember?
Yes, I'd also like to schedule a committee meeting at 5 o'clock on May 7th regarding the legislation we have in committee that I introduced last time regarding the public safety fee. I talked to Bill Morehouse today, and I'm gonna get with the assessor and just lay the groundwork with everybody to see what we're gonna need to do and what other people we need to bring in. Okay, our next meeting would be,
May 7th at
that's
5
our
o'clock?
first meeting at 5 o'clock, just to get information out and start going where we want to go, okay? Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second? Adjourn.